Hello, we are here at the port in Segur de Calafell, this colourful building behind you, on a Wednesday just after lunch. We're on the beach and we're going to walk up towards Calafell along the beach. There's a bit of a gap between the strip of restaurants at Segur de Calafell. They kind of mostly end when we get to the port, this colourful building. Mostly residential apartments we can see. A couple of restaurants, but much quieter. For about, I would say, a kilometre until we get to the beginning of Calafell, which is a much busier strip. So we're going to head towards Calafell on this day, March the 6th. Nice breeze blowing, lovely blue skies, nice sunshine. It's about 16 degrees today. Yeah, follow me on a walk up to Calafell. So you can just about still see the port at Segur de Calafell right in the distance. We're about halfway now between the port and the beginning of Calafell. Here's a little nose at some of the residential apartment blocks. Like I said, it's mostly apartment blocks in this walk between Segur and Calafell. You can walk along the promenade where you can see people running and cycling now, or like I've chosen today on a beautiful sunny day where the sea isn't too wild. Yeah, you can walk right along the waterline. Oops, nearly got wet. Never mind. Yeah, good day for walking along the beach. Beach obviously very quiet. This part of the beach is pretty quiet all year round. It's mostly Cunit. Further down that gets busy, and of course Calafell Beach also gets busy in high season in the summer too. I've been told that a lot of these residential apartments are owned by Spanish people, lots of residents from Madrid, the Madrileños, who come here for the month of August. And a lot of the time their apartments stay pretty empty, maybe apart from weekends. You can see the shutters down on a lot of them. So yeah, onwards we go towards Calafell. So we're up on the pavement, the promenade, Paseo, just to give you a different perspective. Nearly at Calafell now. These catamarans belong to Club Nautic over here. Which is also a restaurant where you can have a pretty good menu del dia. These are their boats, I guess, or their catamarans. There's a view out to sea. Back down to Segur de Calafell. And this building you see just in front of you at the end of this walkway is the beginning of Playa de Calafell. So, almost there. So we're just crossing the waterway, this little bridge, over to Calafell. Another fisherman just setting up. And down the ramp we go. To the beginning of the strip. I call it a strip. Well, you know, I think you understand what a strip means. This row of restaurants and bars. I think we have a hotel at the beginning, I think. A restaurant on the front, more of a touristy hotel, I think. And then as we go further along, we see some more local restaurants. There's a few little seafood places. Well, a little few cafe shops. You get a cake and a coffee. Yeah, this was a hotel, the Aqua Hotel, and their menu del dia is $29.50. So you can see that it's more of an international hotel for tourists, as it's a little bit more expensive. You probably pay on average anything from around about 17 to about 25 euros for a menu del dia right here on the seafront. I've seen quite a few for around about 16 15, 16 euros on a weekday. Yeah, that's probably about the going rate right on the seafront, but you are right on the front here. As we go further down, I'll show you a few of the restaurants. So this will give you an idea of how close the restaurants are to the beach. There's a kind of an ice cream place here, fruit smoothie, cafe, coffee shop, and you're literally right on the beach. And most of the restaurants like that along this front here. Yep. I've actually been to this one before. It does very good coffee actually. Yeah, so you're right on the beach. Nice little statue here. And you've also got these beautiful palm trees lining the beach all the way along the front. And there's the view back down. Yeah, so it's a very pretty seafront. Let's walk further up, see what we can see further up. So here's the statue of the Calafell fisherman, Calafell pescador. And the sea just looks a wonderful colour here. Look at that turquoise sea. It's a beautiful beach. Pretty quiet today, Wednesday. I suppose it's just after lunchtime now. It's about 4:10. The wind's dropped a bit and it feels quite warm now. There's a block of about 5 or 6 restaurants along here selling tapas. This place here, the Bar Calafell on the corner, is a good place for breakfast. I've had breakfast there a few times. There's a burger place next door to it. There's a pizzeria. Sorry, that's the burger place there, La Dorada. Giuseppe Pizzeria. Just, you know, your regular burgers, pizzas. There's a few Spanish places too. Here, Menu del Dia. Working day Menu del Dia for $14.50. So that's for your 3 courses there. So yeah, for about 15 euros you can get a Menu del Dia here. Cocktail bar. There's a Mexican place just here. It's supposed to be pretty good. Looks like a school day out here. Kids doing some beach hiking. More restaurants. Yeah, so this is the busy part for restaurants. Coffee shop closed. Never seems to be open, that one. But this one is pretty much always open. And it's got an amazing selection of cakes and pastries. I'll get the name of it for you now. It's called Petisu, sweets and coffee. But I know that they have amazing cakes in there. So check that place out if you're here. There's some nice older architecture here. La Casa de las Barcas, the boathouse, I guess. Yeah, it's nice to see these older buildings on the seafront. These look like they're having a nice lunch. They look like they're... So maybe this place is... yeah, I think they're vacation holiday apartments right there on the beach. Beautiful spot for a nice lunch. Yeah, so... Yeah, I think they're private rental apartments. La Casa de las Barcas. Worth having a look at. Looks pretty nice. So we're coming to the end of the Calafell patch now. Then you've got another walkway of about 1 kilometre or so, I would say, mostly residential, until you reach Comaruga, which is another strip of restaurants. So I'll take you on a walk around Comaruga another day. Again, some older looking buildings at the end. Another restaurant just there. So people waving just there. So and that's the end of the strip. So that was the end of the strip at Calafell. This L'Ancora is, or the Anchor, is a nice looking seafood restaurant, a little bit more expensive, I think. It's not open today. But I've seen people eating wonderful plates of seafood and seafood rices here. They specialize in seafood paella, arroz negra, the black rice, arroz con bogavante, which is rice with lobster and seafood. So yeah, could be worth having a look at. L'Ancora does look very nice, I must say. Every time I've seen people eating here, it's looked great. So yeah, that's us at the end of Calafell. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. It's streets of Valencia. I'm now living up in Catalonia at the moment, off season, based up here. But my streets of Valencia tours are still going ahead, and people are booking them up now for the summer season, so that's all still go. And more about that later. But for the meantime, I'm going to try and post some videos from up here in beautiful Catalonia. Yeah, so, well, take care until the next time. Adios.